China's massive buying spree, JPMorgan's 46 Australian dollars per ounce prediction, Money Week's front page, major shortages and manipulators in panic mode. It looks like things are heating up for silver in 2024. Silver investors in recent years have been on the back burner. They've been waiting for silver to increase roughly 6 times to return the gold to silver ratio to historic levels, waiting for the mainstream media to stop ignoring it, and waiting for the price suppression to start falling to pieces. But this seemingly quiet last week has just been hit with so much silver news it has pushed its way into the mainstream, and now it can't be ignored. Each point we're about to list here is a game changer, deserving its own article, and is the biggest news for silver in the last decade. Britain's best-selling financial magazine, Money Week, has just written a mega bullish article on silver. The article has some highly compelling information. Roughly 1 billion ounces of silver were produced last year, but demand for it was 1.14 billion ounces. This illustrates that there was already a large silver shortage as of last year. Despite high interest rates bringing pain to buyers and a 20% reduction in buying, there was still a 140 million ounce deficit. Looking forward, the world's biggest silver supplier may be in trouble. Mexico produces roughly 25% of the world's silver. Their production has recently been declining each year by double digits, and they could exhaust their entire silver reserves by 2026. Why? The Mexican government has cracked down on the mining industry, and it's now more difficult to get permits, and there is even more red tape involved in getting approved. From the Money Week article, JPMorgan is quoted as saying, quote, "The Fed cutting cycle and falling US real yields are expected to push gold prices to new nominal highs in the middle of 2024, reaching an average of 2,175 ounces by the fourth quarter." End quote. The most powerful bank in the US boldly claims that, quote, "Silver prices will probably follow gold, averaging around $30 per ounce in the fourth quarter. With current exchange rates, that would put silver at 46 Australian dollars, close to all-time highs." Shift Gold notes that artificial intelligence and the equipment it relies on could propel silver demand heavily this year. Although they will need to get the silver while they can, because according to the University of New South Wales, by 2050, solar panels will be eating up potentially 98% of the current global silver reserves. Moving on from the Money Week article, even more major silver news started to leak from other sources. Butler Research has just picked up an anomaly in the silver futures positions. It appears that around January, the number of, quote, "other large reporting traders," end quote, rose from 49 to 78. Now, this may be the largest number of long traders and the largest increase in history. 29 traders have upped their silver longs to the level of having to do reporting over 150 contracts. These traders have gone big on silver and used high leverage, which requires a great deal of conviction. The paper to silver ratio shows the number of paper, mostly naked or fake, silver contracts being traded for every real ounce of silver. Roughly a year ago, it was about 300 to 1. Now, this was a huge disparity and showed how desperately shorters were in holding down the silver price. Note that this deceptive exercise is hugely risky and expensive. Trading fake silver is especially problematic if more and more physical silver is making its way to buyers, at a nice fake low price, by the way, therefore leaving the manipulators with even less actual real silver. But recently, this paper to physical silver ratio has spiraled out of control and is now almost 400 to 1. According to the US debt clock, silver paper contract manipulation is now nearly 3,000 times worse than crypto. This is a dramatic rise in paper contracts and potentially means that manipulative short sellers have lost control and gone into panic mode. And last but not least, China's massive buying spree. In January alone, China imported a whopping 3,024,000 troy ounces of gold and 12,096,000 troy ounces of silver. The silver imports are the highest since December 2020. At the time, inflation, money supply increase, was going rampant, and countries like China were intelligently trading their paper for real assets. Perhaps they see something coming, as they have preemptively started the same silver buying pattern from earlier. With a looming pivot back to easy money, and the next round of money creation needing to be magnitudes larger, it may not be surprising why China have restarted their massive silver buying. When you combine everything we've listed above with our own global liquidity investment driver reports, linked below, 2024, by all these accounts, could very well be one for the record books. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and balance your wealth at ainsliebullion.com.au.